being here. We are joining me live. I am Miss Tanya, your holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner and educator, coming on this morning to hopefully inspire you to begin minimizing your hair loss. Now, I wanted to come on because I wanted to talk about all of this because I am doing a lot of research, and I love research because that's how you learn, right? New stuff. I didn't look at research like that. I thought research meant a bunch of homework or something like that, so I didn't want to do it. But I have found that research just simply means taking the time to ask multiple sources the same exact thing. And what I have found is that you will learn things that your brain wouldn't have never even come up with, because that's how you research. And I didn't know that in the beginning. So when I started doing the research, I started realizing that beauty school just did not have time, okay, to go into scalp care. Because let me break this down. Like when you're in beauty school and you go into your first sector, is what they're called. You have a hair sector. Wait a minute. Let me break that down even more. Because I found out that you don't even have to take the full cosmetology program anymore in beauty school. I didn't know that until I went to go register for beauty school back in 2006. And again, I did not know that you can go to beauty school just to do hair, or you can go to beauty school just to do nails, or you can go to beauty school just to be an esthetician. I didn't know that they had chopped up the industry like that and allowed students to cheat. That's cheating. That's like politics coming with allowing our kids to pick and choose which school they want to go to. Like, do you only want to go to elementary? Do you only want to go to middle school? Or do you only want to go to high school? How unfortunate for that student and their level of education that they're given an option instead of taking the whole 12 years, right, to get your diploma. Why would they chop it up and let you pick and choose on which part of school you want to attend? Because that's exactly what they did to the cosmetology department and educational platform, which I don't get. I do get, but I didn't know it. So I go to register for beauty school, y'all. And I thought that there was only a cosmetology, option, which meant you had to get hair styling training and a license, plus an esthetician training and a license, plus the nail tech training and license. But that wasn't the case back in 2006. Let me tell y'all what happened. So when you get done with your first sector, you then transition into your second sector, which is skin theory, right? The esthetician part. Holla, dollar. Okay, so listen, y'all, because a lot of you that haven't been to beauty school, y'all have no idea that this stuff is even going on. So on this particular day in beauty school, I already knew the day before when we left that the next day we were starting our skin, which means you're starting to learn how to be an esthetician. So I walk into class and all these girls are setting up on the floor to do hair. So me being me, I'm not afraid of nobody. So I went to the little girls and I was like, hey, what are y'all doing? Like, we're supposed to be going to the skin classroom today. And they was like, no, we're not. We're hairstylists. You're a what? And they were like, we're hairstylists. So I was like, Miss Yvonne, because I'm confused at this point. She confused. So I went to my educator and I was like, Miss Yvonne, why are the little girls, because I'm not gonna lie, they were all in high school. I was I think I was like 38 years old when I went to beauty school. So I'm like, why are the little girls setting up on the floor? And she was like, because Tanya, they're only hairstylists. So I was like, what you mean a hairstylist? I never heard of this before because there was only a cosmetologist prior to 2006. So I'm like, what's a hairstylist? And she was like, oh, they are only here to learn about hair. Well, that's all I was in beauty school to learn how to do. So I told her, I told my teacher, well, can you give me a pass? Because I need to go see my counselor. And she was like, for what? Now, if my educator didn't care, I would be a hairstylist to this day, and I would have zero scalp detoxing knowledge, and I wouldn't know how to reverse hair loss, which is alopecia. We're gonna talk about that later on in the live. And I would not know how to generate a new hair growth rate, because scalp detox is actually, scalp buildup is what blocks your growth, the anagen phase of the hair shaft. But let me get back. So she was like, Tanya, you don't want to do that. And I was like, yeah, I do, because I didn't come up here to really learn how to be an esthetician. I want to do healthy hair care. And she was like, we don't train on hair care either. So I was like, Miss Yvonne, you're really irritating me, because I thought that I spent all this money and all this time up here to learn how to care for hair. And she was like, no, baby, we don't educate on hair care. We only educate on hair styling. So I'm irritated in beauty school, So then that's when I realized, like, oh, wow. So the industry now is going to have clients booking with individuals that may not have any skin knowledge. So you surely are not going to have any desire to cater to anybody's scalp. So I wanted to come on to get us to understand, because, we're different here in my tribe. We're holistic. So we like to look at the whole, right? And if I want to detox my scalp, well, no wonder it's hard to find, because the majority of the industry today is full of licensed hairstylists, because I think that they decided to take the short road instead of staying in school and getting the full educational ream of the hair, skin, and nails. They only went for hairstyling. So I didn't know that back then, and I really thought and tried. Look at all that blockage that I'm getting up. Look, it's on the comb. Whew, Lord, that sweat buildup, y'all. That beauty school did not train me to do this. Because listen, once we got into the skin theory, we was done with the hair. It's not like when you go into your esthetician sector that they're going to go back and cover the head. No, once you get done with hair styling, then they go into the cleansing of the face and the underarms and the cookie jar and the legs even maybe. But esthetician theory did not say nothing to us about the scalp. So no wonder everyone in the world is a little confused about me coming with this detoxing, because everyone is like, where is she getting this from? Well, let me break it down. So I'm sure a lot of you do not know, because I know a lot of you think because my skin is brown that I'm black, and I'm not black. I'm an Indian woman, which is totally different. It's a totally different culture than the African American community. We were raised differently. Like, I had to wear a slip under my skirts. African Americans don't even know what a slip is. But only Indian women know what a slip is, because that was a part of our culture growing up. Our parents were strict. African American parents were not strict. My African American friends, they could wear makeup and lipstick. They could wear short, super short shirts. They didn't have to wear a bra, and their mom would let them leave like that. An Indian mom, shoot, she gonna snatch you and all you got on back into the house and make you take that stuff off, because our parents were extremely strict. So you had to wear a camisole. Most African Americans don't even know what a camisole is, or a slip. So back to what I was saying. Back in my days, y'all, I was raised by a very strict Indian woman. I wasn't raised by a cool and lenient African American woman. Indians are mean, they're trippy, they're controlling. So anyway, this here that you're watching me do was the first step to our hair care regime in my household. We never just shampooed our hair without scratching the scalp first, because that's what we used to call it, is scalp scratching. And I used to always wonder as a child, I used to ask my mom, why do we have to do this? And my mother always would yell at me, because she was so mean. She never really talked to me nice. And she would yell at me and she would say, because, Tanya, if you don't scratch your scalp before you shampoo your hair, only your hair is going to be clean. Your scalp is going to still be dirty. So as a child, That didn't make sense to me because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, but we're gonna wash the hair with shampoo. So the scalp is up there with the hair. So how come the shampoo ain't cleaning the scalp too? Well, let me tell y'all why. Because your hair and your scalp, which is your skin, this area or this surface up here is the same surface of your face. You clean your face every day, but you're not cleaning your scalp because shampoo don't clean the scalp because shampoo only cleans hair. Even anti-dandruff shampoos do not remove the flakes from the scalp. Anti-dandruff shampoos are only formulated to remove the flake from the hair. And once I did that research, I'm like, oh, no wonder the shampoos don't work. Because I've tried Head and Shoulders, Selsun Blue, tea tree shampoo, mint infused shampoo. I done tried vinegar. I done tried baking soda. I done tried lemon juice. I done tried alcohol. I done tried all type of different liquids on the scalp, which are treatment. All of those that I just named are a form of treatment. I've tried the creams. Excuse me. I even tried the one shampoo that the dermatologist subscribes to everybody, no matter what your culture is. Like if you live in a culture that you're not washing your hair every 3 days. And that didn't work either. Look, I have so many videos proving this that I'm going to be sharing and dropping in my holistic scalp detox training. I did it, y'all. I did it. I've done way more than just do hair. Yes, I've gone to beauty school. Yes, I have a license and I'm a cosmetologist. I'm not a hairstylist. So yes, I've been in the industry for 31 years. Yes, I've mastered being a stylist. I give the safest silk press and the fastest, and I don't use no conditioner. So I have the safest leading cutting edge when it comes to a silk press. So proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. And so now I created and designed a restoration program, which now I'm in my 3rd year. I've done over 100 clients that have booked and joined my program, and I've reversed their alopecia. That's huge, y'all. Do you know that white folks is getting paid thousands of dollars per client, and they're not even doing the hair? Dermatologists get paid thousands per client, and they're not even doing the hair. I only charge $185, and I do your scalp and your hair, because that's usually the bigger problem when we go to see the dermatologist. They're not doing your hair too. And quite frankly, you didn't book with that dermatologist because you got buildup. You booked with that dermatologist because your hair is falling out and you think you have a scalp problem, which you do, but you got a scalp buildup problem. So once you get your scalp detoxed consistently, you notice considerably a much less hair loss, because this buildup is what causes it. I cracked that vault wide open too. So I go into all of this in my upcoming class that I am dropping. I'm starting my training tour. So if anybody knows a salon, anybody knows someone that's already offering scalp care, please share my video with them, because I'm sure they would love to learn how to detox their clients' scalps so that they can increase their prices and then have their books jam-packed like mine is. Listen, Americans are searching for hair care way more than the latest hairstyle. So yeah, silk presses are popular, but if you're ignoring the scalp and taking your client straight to the bowl, you're setting that client up for failure for the next morning, because their hair loss is still going to be active. And then, quite frankly, their hair is going to be poofy the next day. With the My Whiter experience, that's not the case with the clients. The clients wake up the same way they went to bed. And that wasn't even the case when we got relaxers. Relaxers used to make us get poofy on the next day, and we still had to plug up a flat iron to keep relaxed hair straight. Listen, I tell a lot of people, you don't have to tell me these things. I've been doing hair for 31 years. I did relaxers. I did keratin treatments. I done did hot oil treatments. I done did what's the other one? Protein treatments and all of that stuff. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, now that I've done the research, wasn't even working. I was just using it to be using it because everybody else was using it. Now I realize when you stop and do the research and you take the time to test things, I have found that a lot of things that people are using on the market is extremely unnecessary, just like conditioner. And I tell everybody, why are you using conditioner if you don't need it? If you're pressing your hair, conditioner is why you're burning the hair, because it's got alcohol in it, y'all, plus propylene glycol in the formula. And I say to everybody, it's not my fault that you're not reading the labels, because the manufacturers tell you that there's over 30 chemicals in a bottle of conditioner. I never even thought to read the ingredient list of a bottle of conditioner, but when you do, honey, and then you actually research the words, because these products are not even manufactured here in the United States. Most of the time they're made in another country. And so they use their languages, y'all, to describe, like, salt. Sodium is another word for salt. But if you don't know that and you see sodium in the list, you're not going to understand that you got a gang of salt in your shampoo. And I would say to somebody, if you're making shampoo, would you go get some salt out the kitchen and dump salt into your shampoo and shake it up and then think you got a healthy product? Come on, we got to slow down and use our brains for more than just a silk press. You feel me? And I now realize I'm the one that's going to slow y'all's brains down, because I'm your holistic hair and scalp I'm not a representative. I'm a hair and scalp restoration practitioner. I'm not a stylist, y'all. I'm no longer a cosmetologist. I retired last year. I'm now a practitioner. That means I do the same thing on every single person. Listen, I only offer one service. Sometimes clients are so confused when they go to my menu. But I'm going to say that again. I'm making well over 6 figures, y'all, and I don't do extensions. I don't do hair color, and I'm not chopping everyone's lengths off into a beautiful bob. Have somebody cut my length off. I should have never did that, because my hair grows slow and it ain't growing back. So anyway, and I wish I had a Tanya behind my head, but I can't find a stylist that will detox the scalp. Everyone just takes you straight to the bowl and back you go. That's just like going to a dentist and having your flossing skipped over. It's a part of the oral care approach, right? But I get it. There's tons of grown women and men in the world today that are not flossing. They think that all they need to do is brush, and then they wonder why their breath is still stinking. And I didn't know that, because I did research on all kind of things, not just hair, scalp, and nails. When I did the research on oral care, I said to myself, well, dang, that makes sense. No wonder my breath is constantly stinking after I brush them, because I was not flossing, because brushes do not get in between your teeth. Brushes only get in front of your teeth. So food gets caught in between, just like it does in the front. So without flossing, you still got food particles caught in the middle of your teeth, and you're going to have to, like, chew gum or pop a mint into your mouth after you brush with toothpaste, because you didn't floss. Toothpaste don't get all the food. A toothbrush don't get all the food. So now I realize detoxing the scalp, man, that's the first step if you want if you want to care about your hair. Now, if you're just styling it, that's a different lane. You're not caring about nothing when you style. You don't care about the ends. You don't care what the hair really looks like. You don't care that you got holes in the back of your head. You don't care that you're uneven, because you're going to style it. You're not really going to wear your hair. You're going to curl it so the ends don't show, or you're going to swoop it so whoop your sides or something. You know what I'm saying? That's hairstyling. But when you hair care, you know what I'm saying? You're going to talk about what's going on at home. You're going to address the scalp, because that's a part of caring for the head. When you hairstyle, you skip right over it and you just go straight to the shampoo bowl. So now I'm getting ready to... Good morning, Erin. Greetings, everyone. I see y'all. Greetings, Miss Elves. Elves. What does lich mean? Y'all be having some of the craziest comments on YouTube. Like, I'm kind of new to YouTube. I got banned from TikTok because they didn't like me doing all this educating, so they banned me. And now that I'm on YouTube, the comments are crazy. You know what I'm saying? Literally, but short. Literally. Okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Miss Els. I need you to be a little bit more clear with your comments so that I can understand them. However, back to what I was saying, hair care includes the scalp. You got to detox the scalp. And let me explain this. Dermatologists are only into treating your scalp. They're not going to even touch you. So treatment means you don't have to touch the client. Treatment means you're just going to throw a bottle of shampoo or a cream to you, and then they tell you you got to go home and deal with your scalp problem yourself. And that's crazy, y'all. Dermatologists making all that money, but they're not really doing nothing except doing a little peekaboo, maybe, if they even look into your scalp. And then they just subscribe you the same thing that they subscribed the last person. I'm not the last person, and I have a different lifestyle, and I may have a different level of buildup, but they don't care because they realize I don't think we care because we keep booking with these individuals that are not helping us. Us, brown skin individuals that live a different culture, and you may even be white and don't wash your hair every 3 days. Because I've done the research, and I've talked to 2 white girls that admitted to me that they don't wash their hair every day either. One of them got mad at me because I thought she was lying. And she got mad because she was like, Tanya, why don't you believe me? I said, because all white people wash their hair every day. She was like, that's not true. I was like, well, teach me some, educate me then. And she was like, yeah, I don't have time for that. She happened to have a lot of hair and it was long. So she was like, I wash my hair, Tanya, every 11 days. I was like, 11 days? I don't even go that long. And I've got wavy hair, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she had wavy hair too. So look, I've learned that even that white hair, black hair thing doesn't exist anymore in the world today. We are so internationally mixed that there's no such thing as black hair. There's no such thing as white hair no more. Maybe 40 years ago, before we started goosing other people in other races, we could have said we had black hair or had white hair. But that's not the case anymore. We're too mixed. Like me, I'm mixed. I got white in me. I had a white grandmama. My dad's mother was a straight up white girl. Then my mother's mother, she's an Indian chick. She ain't black or white. You know what I'm saying? She's Indian. So I'm mixed. And a lot of individuals don't even know that they're Indian. They'll say, oh, I'm black. That's like an Asian person saying they're Japanese, although they both got slanted eyes. Japanese is from Japan and Chinese is from China. They're 2 totally different cultures. I didn't know that either. I thought they was all the same. Woo-hoo, look at that research. Boy, oh boy. So let's get back to the important. Gotta go do the other side. Wait, I'm gonna finish this side. Not only does this, what you see me doing, provide an amazing massage to your scalp, makes it feel all warm. And I know I have a scalp buildup problem because my scalp color does not match my skin. And this comes from me being behind the chair. I mean, I got to start training people, so that I can have even more options for my own self, because right now, there's only 3 individuals in Colorado that do this. I've only trained my daughter, Deja, and my reseller, Miss Shani. And we're the only 3 in Colorado that offer scalp detoxing. So I'm hoping and praying that other individuals besides us 3 are willing to invest into an effective process. And I mean, this is a massage. You can charge so much money for this service because it feels good. My clients tell me that this is the best part of their service when they come in. They say this feels better than the shampoo. I mean, any massage to the head feels amazing. We all know this. Most of my clients, they fall asleep in the chair. I be just a talking behind their heads, and then I go to wait for a comment or a response, and they be asleep. So I'm proud, very proud to be bringing an exclusive training for the industry. I'm very proud that I decided to sit my butt down and check myself and admit that I needed to learn more. I'm proud that I'm the only one brown skin coming with a holistic brand, and I got a holistic product got a holistic product called My Water Beauty Solution, and it's killing the game. Because yes, it's water. And I would say, y'all didn't know that hydration is the new hype for hair, for softening hair. My water softens hair better than conditioner has ever. And I'll talk about that. Come on, y'all. We know conditioner is not doing nothing good for our hair. We're just using it to be using it. But what does it really do? Because I tell everybody in my trainings, once we rinse that conditioner out, what happens to your hair? It does no slippage no more. You're tangled. Your ends are stupid tangled. So what happened to the deep conditioning that we just wasted our time and our money doing with this bottle of conditioner? I now realize it's unnecessary because conditioner is a styling product, my people. It's not a hair softener. It does not say that nowhere on the bottle. It never told you it's going to soften your hair. So I don't know why everybody thinks it's a hair softener, or at least I did. So this is how I had to sit my butt down about all that too and like research. Where is moisture? Moisture's outside, y'all. So if we keep misthinking that moisture is in a bottle, look, I got water and I don't even call my product moisture. That's how educated I am because I understand that moisture is outside. That type of water ain't coming through no darn tap in your house or in your bed or in your bathroom. Moisture is outside. That's another word for humidity, and you can't buy moisture. So if your stylist is trying to brainwash you, talking about I'm gonna lock in moisture with my product, tell them to knock it off or tell them to come call me and I'll help clear their confusion. And I will say, baby, you can't lock moisture with a product. Moisture's outside. So if you truly want to lock in moisture, all you got to do is move and reside in a high humidity climate, and you'll be locking in moisture all day throughout the day. But you can't lock in moisture with a product, my people, because there's no moisture in products. And I tell everybody, if you really believe that there's moisture in your shampoo, check the ingredient list. It should be listed, right? If it's in there, you should see moisture in the ingredient list. But y'all don't see no moisture in the ingredient list. So that's called a marketing ploy. Just like calling your product natural. There's no cosmetic product that's natural. Even my product ain't natural, and I got water. That's how smart I am now. And it's like, man, once you start learning and you start researching, you start empowering yourself and others because now you're speaking the truth instead of looking a little different by repeating what you're hearing on the market. And look, smart people already know that moisture is not in a bottle. Only individuals that have zero chemistry and climate knowledge believe that there's moisture inside of a plastic bottle that you buy off the beauty supply store. Don't do that to yourselves, y'all. Don't go through life being misled by marketing myths and marketing ploys because you refuse to do the research and do a couple tests and studies to see if the claims that you're hearing are true. Like, for instance, scratch your scalp. You got to get a sharp comb too. You can't be using them dull rat tails or them lice combs. They don't work either. Or the darn scrapers. I done tried everything. Or can't blow on scalp buildup and get it up either. You got to get you a Jamaica. Robert, please get me over to Jamaica. Can anybody on here? I don't know if y'all are like big wigs in your community or not, but can anybody like hook me up and get me to Jamaica? Because I heard they be goosing all over the island. I want to get over there and goose. And I would love to train Jamaicans on how to detox their scalps, to remove the scalp buildup. Because one thing I do know, I got to look at the humidity over there and research the climate in Jamaica. Because I work with a lot of individuals down in Florida, right? Got a lot of Latinas following me. And they reach out to me from time to time. And their question to me is, Miss Tanya, I don't see any flakes popping up off my scalp, but my scalp is still itching and it's white, but I don't see no flakes. Well, I know why. That is because you live in a high humid climate, so your sweat excretion is unable to turn to a solid like it does here in Colorado. The moisture in the air down there in Florida prevents the scalp buildup from turning to a solid. Therefore, you're never going to see a flake because it never turns to a solid. You have to reside in a climate that possesses a humidity percentage of less than I think 70%, your sweat buildup now has the ability to dry. So I now realize climate can definitely alter and adjust your results of not just how your hair is responding and behaving, but how your products respond and behave as well. For instance, you add oil to hair here in a dry climate, you're going to clump your hair down, you're going to weigh it down, you're going to eliminate your movement, and now you're covered and coated. That's not the case in high humidity. You add oil to your hair in high humidity, it's not going to weigh you down. You're not going to be clumped together. You're still going to be soft because the humidity in the air does not allow that oil to solidify. You know, some oils do turn to a solid. Not all oils stay a liquid when they reach air, you know. So I really had to sit my butt down. Look at all that buildup I got off this morning. That's what causes your hair to shed. This here is the salt in your sweat that turns to a solid when you reside in any climate that possesses a humidity percentage of less than 70%. Hi, Robert. Robert, how old are you? Just want to know. Just want to know when you was born. Ugh, it feels so good. And this is crazy because it even feels good when you do it yourself. Only problem with this is I can't seem to get the back of my scalp as good as I get the top of my scalp. And I think what I'm about to start doing, I'm gonna have my daughter start scratching my scalp every week. Because that's one of the biggest problems that stylists have today is finding the time to go get their own hair done. And then finding someone that's able to duplicate what we do. That's not easy to do. So I think this is why so many stylists wear weave, because they don't really have the time to be fooling with their hair. And if they're not using My Water Beauty Solution and using conditioner, their longevity is not lasting. So they do their hair on Monday and they already look like they're 14 days in on day 2. That's only because they are using conditioner and not following the holistic approach. But it is difficult, even for myself. So I'm hoping that I can inspire others to take my training. So this brings me to share. I'm headed to Phoenix, Arizona, Monday, March 24th. It's official. I'm starting my tour, my training tour, and I pray that in the years to come, I'll be traveling all over the world, visiting salons and stylists that want to level up, increase their earning potential, and triple their clientele base by taking my holistic scalp detox training. You do not need a beauty license to take my training because it's not what beauty school offers. So Dora can't touch me because I'm not doing nothing dangerous. We only use a comb. I'm going to teach you the proper angle. I'm going to teach you the proper pressure because there is a thing with the pressure, but I go over all of this in my training. You'll leave me a master holistic scalp detox. I'm sorry, you'll leave me as a holistic scalp detox master. And now you'll be able to reverse hair loss. That's a strength for you to be able to start promoting the fact that you're now able to assist your clients with minimizing their hair fall. That's huge. They'll come book with you for that more than they will you promoting a silk press. I promise you, especially once you start showing that you're doing this. Listen, I got people flying into Colorado to come see me for this scalp detoxing because I'm the only one in the world doing it. So in addition to servicing individuals here in Denver, I also got all these individuals now flying in to book with me. So only if you're looking for more money, because I'll say it again, I'm making blessings. Robert, I love you, Robert. I love you. Make sure you subscribe, okay? Because I got a lot of good coming. I mean, I'm at home now. I just woke up. That's why I look like this. I'm that confident of a woman. I don't have to put on makeup. I don't have to do my hair to get on live because it's not about how I look. It's all about what I'm doing and what I'm talking to us about is what's important. So if you're on here to catch or you're trying to look for your next spouse, that's not me. Now I'm gonna try to get my back. Okay, so back to it. So more importantly, this is going to definitely attract different type of clients that are into hair care. And I promise you, anybody that's into hair care or scalp care, they already know that they're going to have to pay in upwards of $100 or more for the session. I charge $185 and I'm booked. I even have a wait list and I only offer one service. Man, beauty school had me thinking that I had to add 15 different services to my menu to make it. And quite frankly, I was struggling the whole time I was trying to be a braider and trying to be a loctician. I done did that before. Trying to be a weaveologist. I done did that before too. Those styles do not, most clients that book those styles are not coming back even that month. So I didn't realize I was running a lot of clients out of my chair with offering services that only need to be done or that they only want to get done every 2 to 3 months. You got to have a gang of clients booking with you to manage that type of a booking cycle. So in my master class, I teach us not only, I train on how to create an onboarding program. That includes a consultation. Do y'all know how many stylists and professionals are letting clients just jump into their chair and there's no conversation to be had prior to? You don't know how many times I book with a stylist and I got to contact them. They accept my booking and you ain't even talked to me? That's a great way to fail and struggle or have me unhappy and not coming back to you because you didn't even ask me what I'm into or what I'm after or why I booked with you. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be known prior to getting to your chair. You don't have that conversation once the person gets to the chair. We need to get going. You know what I mean? So I'm going to teach and train on all of these goods that I do in my practice that has me making, I'll say it again, over 6 figures. And I'll show anybody that wants to see it. And I didn't say I made a 6 figure. I'm well over 6 figures. I'm hoping next year I'll hit 200,000 because I'm up to 140,000 last year. So if, you know, and again, not everybody wants more money. Not everybody wants healthier hair. Everyone is not the same. I get that. I have a whole community of individuals here in Denver that they don't care about healthy hair. They'd rather keep braiding it and keep locking it. Or keep letting it air dry. I get it. Not everybody loves their hair to look like this in the morning. That's not everybody. But if that is you, I'm ready for you. I'm definitely ready for you. And I pray that you are interested in providing your community with an essential service that everyone needs. Listen, even kids have scalp buildup on their scalps. Babies got scalp buildup on their scalps. It's called cradle cap. And a lot of mothers are truly bothered and scared to death by their pediatrician because they use that word, cradle cap. So I thought, like, cradle cap? Like, did that come from her cradle? Are they trying to say that she got this from the crib or did she get this from her sheets? They don't explain nothing to us. They just throw these words at us, and it scares a lot of mothers into believing that they've got a real problem with their baby's scalp, and they don't have a problem. Scalp buildup is a normal excretion of the scalp and the skin, actually. And what happens in the head and why it builds up here and not anywhere else on the body is because you let all this hair collect up here. That's the only time sweat buildup collects is when you have hair. So the only individual that never has scalp buildup is a bald-headed individual because they don't have any hairs to trap the liquid that comes out of each pore. So I didn't realize that kids have scalp buildup, babies got scalp buildup, old people have scalp buildup, and they got more scalp buildup than the law allows because older people be sweating their butts off. They're usually pretty hot and warm, and they're sweating. Like, there's so many different things that causes us to sweat. It's not just moving around. You know, I used to think that only overweight individuals sweat a lot. Skinny people sweat a lot too, because you might be living in a warm environment, and if that's the case, you're sweating a lot. You might get mad a lot, getting angry. Our emotions cause us to sweat a lot. Your diet will cause you to sweat a lot. And you should say, well, Tanya, what do you mean diet? Like, if you like hot foods, and you know if that's you or not, anybody on here like spicy foods? Because I can't stand spicy foods. My friend gets mad, or not mad, he gets frustrated because I'll say pepper is hot. That's spicy. Because, see, I have a holistic palate. You know what I'm saying? I'm extremely healthy. So Spicy things bother me. But if you're adding a lot of salt, or I'm sorry, spices to your diet, you're sweating a lot. If you went into menopause like me, my period went ghost in July. Yes, yes. I tell ladies, like, what are you so bothered about? Society got women thinking premenopause is a problem. That is not a problem. It is time for us to have a period party. We ain't bleeding anymore. Like, that's the worst part of life is when we have a period. Come on, ladies. So when you get up and be my age, I'm 49 and mine done went ghost, I'm so happy. Shoot, had me thinking I was pregnant at first because I'm active still. Shoot, I ain't clammed up. I ain't mad at the shaboing boing. I know a lot of ladies that done clammed up and you mad at the dick and you don't want to get no more. Oops. I didn't mean to say that word. Sorry. But if you've clammed up and you've decided, I'm not having sex no more, don't do that to yourselves. Sex is one of the best activities you can indulge in. It helps you to sweat, you burn calories, you get to stretch and you're in positions that you're normally not in. It's a type of wellness for the body that I don't think women really understand. So I tell people, don't be mad at sex, be mad at him. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. But that will make you sweat a lot too. Type of activities like that. Working out at the gym, that'll make you sweat a lot. What else makes you sweat a lot? Your diet, your activity, your environment, your emotions. Oh, and you just might have just been born that way. That's my fifth finding for sweating excessively. Some people were born with what's called natural born deficiencies. I've done a lot of research. My knowledge is so strong, it's ridiculous. Wait till I drop these classes. Everybody going to leave my classes like, dang, she makes a lot of sense. So anyway. I forgot what I was just about to say. Darn it. At any rate, it is now, I believe, past 7 a.m. and I have to open today at 9 a.m. So I have to get off of here. I have to keep this short. I'm so busy. Maybe once somebody hires me and, gives me a bag or two, and I make some extra money without me having to be behind the chair, I can hang out with y'all all day on YouTube like these YouTubers. I'm a part-time YouTuber because I got to go get that money in the shop because I have tons of clients that are flocking to me because they're hearing like, dang, she does scalp detoxing like nobody else is doing that. And some people already know they got scalp buildup, especially like the people in Arizona. They came running to me like, Tanya, I have psoriasis. I was like, and you know this? They was like, yeah, I've been having it my whole life. I'm like, people here in Colorado, they be like, what? Psoriasis, what is that? I don't have that. No, I don't itch. I don't flake. And it's like, stop it. Everyone has buildup on their scalps. I prove it to everybody. Listen, I do a consultation with every single client that books with me. One of the 8 questions that I ask them is, do you notice any flaking or itching on their scalp? Do you know how many clients tell me no? And then they get into the shop and it's a snowstorm popping up out their heads. And I love always saying, I asked you, did you have any flakes? And you said no. And I now have done that research because I used to think, why are clients lying to me? It's not that they're lying. They just are unaware. Ain't nobody ever checked their scalps before. So of course they have no idea that they've got flakes. And in addition, there is this, I would call it a fad of adding oil to the hair. That's cool to do, but it's definitely going to make your scalp buildup worse, way worse, and it's going to trick you into thinking you don't have a problem because the oil definitely does hide your buildup. So I'm going to get off of here. This is Miss Tanya coming to you again live from her bathroom at home, wanting to share the fact that my Holistic Scalp Detox Training Tour has started. My first stop is Phoenix, Arizona. Good morning, Dimba. How are you? And I pray that you all get me to Africa and Jamaica and Trinidad and Canada and all of these areas that are suffering with scalp buildup. I use mineral oil. And make sure you get the 99%. Don't be rocking with all of these. All right, greetings everyone. I'm sure I lost everybody, but I just wanted to come back on because I said I would. I have a lot going on. I got my hands in a lot of pots, and my classes are launching. We're trying to get the website together. I got members on my team now, so I have to meet with this person, got to talk to this person, got to transfer the information to that person. So I'm a busy woman. So that's why I had to take that break with this live, and I probably won't post this live because of so, but just wanted to come back, wish you all a very, very, very happy, today Wednesday? No, today's Thursday. And make sure you subscribe. I have a lot of good stuff coming for us for our hair, skin, and nails. It's a holistic approach filled with facts, truth, and research. I'm backed by science. So you're not following somebody that's repeating what the industry is saying or repeating what what, you know what I'm saying, what the trends are. I've done the research. So I'm never going to mislead you, lie to you, or forsake you, okay? I thank you for joining. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Y'all have a good day.